Hi and welcome to the 10-10-Diverse Show, episode 80. Today we've got 12 different acts from around the world here to feature one song quickly. Coming up first is a friend of mine on Facebook. I've tried to get you guys on the show for a while now, and I'm happy, represented by Chris Keys, and I believe his friends just come into the room as well. So we've got ESP, it's Engineered Social Project Band, and the song is Stand for Peace. Could you introduce yourself and a little bit behind the song, Stand for Peace? Why did you write that, Chris?
So the band's called Engineered Society Project, and my name is Chris Keys. I'm the singer. My bass player, Timothy Moss, is with me today. And basically, I think you have to make a stand in life. I think there's a lot of things that are going on in our world. I think there's a lot of war. I think there's a lot of people that make a lot of noise about things. And the thing that I want to make a lot of noise about is what I stand for. I stand for peace in a time of chaos. Me and my brother, Timothy Moss, our guitar player, Jojo Brown, and our drummer, Shaka, Sean Salinas, we stand for peace in a time of chaos.
Hey, man, you're absolutely fantastic, Chris. You look like $1 million, man. You're a total rock star. Look, I'm just waiting till you hear him here, ladies and gentlemen. ESP, Stand for Peace. Sit back and enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. First song of the evening. One love.
Government officials insist that this is an isolated incident.
In opposition, I stand for peace. In a time of chaos, I said that I stand for peace. In a time of chaos, stand up and raise your fist high. Be the future, open your third eye. If we don't, we can kiss this place by up ahead through the smoke. See the danger side, and the sign says, welcome to the new world order. Welcome to the new world order. In opposition, I said I stand for peace. In a time of chaos, I said that I stand for peace in a time of chaos. It's blatant degradation of our sacred unity. See it everywhere, recruiting and looting. If we don't make this stand, look up ahead. The sign is welcoming you to the living dead. And the sign says, welcome to the new world order. Welcome to the new world order. Welcome to the new world order. Welcome to the new world order.
So loud you hear the cries of energy. Fear and anger destruction of humanity. If we don't stand up, who the hell will? Stand for something, or you fall for anything. In opposition, I said I stand for peace. In a time of chaos.
I said that I stand for peace in a time of chaos. Welcome to the new world order. Welcome to the new world order. Welcome to the new world order.
It seems to be another minute on the end of that video there. Sorry if we missed something, but that's just absolutely world class dynamite, Chris. Just brilliant. And Timothy. So let's see what the professionals have got to say. I'm the least qualified person to review any of these music. Todd, you're the next guest. So let's see what my two co-hosts and Todd have got to say. So we'll go Kimbo in Florida, Peter in South Africa, then Todd in Texas also. So Kimbo, Peter, Todd, and I'll load up Todd's track. Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what, okay. I recognize that beard anywhere. I've actually posted you guys quite a few times on Keltstache Music. So, you know, as far as the song goes, I mean, driving. I mean, the world is on fire, let's face it. But the music is driving. And right away at the start of it all, I mean, you introduced everybody to the song just by, you know, making the statement. And it kind of set the tone for the whole rest of the song. The fact that the music was so driving, it drove an exclamation point right into the lyrics. And I mean, you know, at the end, you know what the song was called, and hopefully it reached your heart, you know. So I love the music. You know, I tend towards the metal a little bit anyway. Awesome vocals, awesome guitars. I loved it. Good stuff, man.
Thank you.
Well said, Captain Lightbeard. Peter to see over in South Africa. What was your thoughts there, brother?
All right. Well, your message is loud and clear, and I think everyone stands with you because we stand for peace. Musically, it reminded me of the fictitious band Steel Dragon. Also, from one of my favorite movies, Rockstar, where the guitar is done by Mr. Zakk Wylde, and even the guitar playing is, I guess your guitarist likes Mr. Zakk Wylde as well. No, absolutely love the song. It was just rock and roll.
Nice.
Well said, guys. Mr. Todd Barrow, what was your thoughts here before we get to your section, dude?
Yeah. Great song, good EQ, or great video. Whoever the videographer was put it together, choreographed and everything. Band's tight, and you know, it stands out. It's not like all the rest of the music you hear, you know. And I'm a fan of all genres, and still love metal too. Big Metallica fan. So, but yeah, it's right along the lines, you know, for a great hit. So I loved it.
Thank you.
Well said. I couldn't agree more, you know. And sometimes we ask artists to drop their social medias, but I'll just tell you now, underneath anywhere you watch this, look at the descriptions and you'll see all artists' Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Spotify account links all in the descriptions. So if you're watching this, just look in the description below and you can see all the social medias for ESP. So Chris, thanks for being a marvellous guest, Chris and Timothy. We hope you can hang around and enjoy some of the other artists on the show. I mean, you just sit back and enjoy if you've got time. If not, you can catch up later. But I advise you to try and stay because it's mega. ESP, until the next time. Engineered Society Project.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
So from Texas all the way over to Texas, we've got a Texas takeover today. A debut in the show as well, Todd Barrow. Could you introduce yourself? Who's Todd Barrow and what's the story behind your song Jungle Out There?
Yeah, I'm a country artist, from the South and born and raised. And I love putting a story together. So I like telling a story in a song that communicates, it really can convey what I want to, you know, bring to the audience and to have a good takeaway from it. Jungle Out There is about, you know, obviously, state the obvious, the world's crazy, right? But this is a song about relationships, man, wife, you know, girlfriend, boyfriend, trying to keep that love alive, keep the romance in the game. And you know, sometimes love can grow cold, right? So I try to heat it up a little bit through my music, and this is what Jungle Out There is all about.
Hey man, another absolute belter of a track. Just sit back and enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Jungle Out There by the one and only Todd Barrow. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. One love.
Late to work, traffic jam. Man, I know it's got her spitting mad. Runs to a meeting, 9 a.m. sharp. Papers fly to the floor, couldn't hear a pin drop. Making plans all day. I'll be your Tarzan, you can be my Jane. Swinging on a vine, drinking champagne. We're in no hurry in this enchanted atmosphere. All 'cause it's a jungle. It's a jungle out there. Yeah, it is. Bubble bath, back at the house. Laundry going, she slips on a blouse. Kids are fed, her makeup's just right. Heading out, romantic date night. Close your eyes and see. I'll be your Tarzan, you can be my Jane. Swinging on a vine, drinking champagne. We're in no hurry in this enchanted atmosphere. All 'cause it's a jungle. It's a jungle out there. I'll be your Tarzan, you can be my Jane. Swinging on a vine, drinking champagne. We're in no hurry in this enchanted atmosphere. Oh, it's a jungle. Baby, it's a jungle. Yeah, it's a jungle. It's a jungle out there. Jungle out there.
Another absolute belter of a song.
Thank you.
Just well done. Honestly, fantastic. So Peter is the next guest, and he's also one of the co-hosts. So we're going to go Kimbo, then my backup co-host tonight, Steve, and then our next guest is Peter. Right, so let's go Kimbo, Steve, and then Peter.
Yeah, it is a jungle out there. You know, between the stress and pressures of just trying to make a living and everything else. I mean, yeah, you can lose sight of what's really important. And really, you know, your mate, you're a special person. You really got to keep track of that. There's one thing that I will say. It's a catchy tune, and I can't get the visuals out of my head. I'll be your Tarzan, you be my Jane. Swinging on a vine, drinking champagne. I'm sorry, I got a visual in my head. Okay, it's not going away. So I don't know. I'll probably be dreaming about that tonight. But I thought that was a great little fun lyric you threw in there. So yeah, as my wife says, she loves that part. She listens to the show too. But yeah, good stuff. Nice music. Very clean. I loved it, brother. Nice job.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well said, Kimbo. From Whitebeard to Greenbeard, then to Peter.
Well, Todd, I thought the song was, a really great song, and there's an amazing coincidence. So, because we think alike, I tell you, because I got two old songs, and the one old song is called Jungle Love, okay? And I got another song called Superhero, and in my song Superhero, I've actually got the line, I'll be your, Superhero is the one song, right? But in Jungle Love, I got the line, I'll be your Tarzan, be my Jane. So, you know, we've actually thought the same. And I had quite a lot of success with my song, Jungle Love. And so, you know, the imagery that we're conjuring there, it's already got through to Kimbo. And I think it's going to get through to everybody here because it's just an image and the video work with it. Yeah. And like sometimes just something simple like that is what it's about. And I personally would like to think that the world, you know, should be simplified. The world today is far too complicated and it's getting more so. We need to take things back a bit, I think. So yeah, great song.
Thank you.
Well said, dude. Very humble there, Todd, aren't you? Peter, what's your thoughts here, brother?
Yeah, this was proper country, but I absolutely enjoyed the guitar lines and the classic harmonies that were in it. Very nice.
Nice one, dude. Nice one. So you caught me there. I was trying to multitask at the same time. You were too quick, Peter. I'm blaming you for that there. Todd,
Right.
Todd Barrow, he's a family member. You're going to see a lot more of him here in these 10-10 shows. This is his debut show. Todd Barrow, till the next time. Thank you, brother.
Be here.
So from Texas over to South Africa, this man needs no, you know, who's Peter to saying, who are the four sons south? And what's the story behind your song, The Moon?
All right. Fourth Sun South is my band. We are a 5-piece now, and we love to harmonize. We've got 4 people singing in the band, and I'm by far not the best singer. Thank goodness we now got a female vocalist who does quite a bit of the lead vocals together with me. The Moon, yeah, the Moon is. It's a weird thing because it influences the way we think. It influences our behavior, our love life, and maybe even how long we live. But the moon is also just a ball in the sky and doesn't care at all. And I played those two sides against one another in the song The Moon.
Hey, you're absolutely fantastic. You're wonderful. I listen to this song on a regular basis, and I don't want to cut your section off, but the next song is actually the Phirejets. I've got a song called Walking on the Moon. So I'll leave you to talk between yourselves. Without further ado, Four Sun South with The Moon, ladies and gentlemen. Brilliant. One love.
Where have the times gone? And where are we now? Here. As the sun goes down and the dark comes in, I can feel it creeping under my skin. So I close my eyes, listen to my
my brother from another mother, Peter Toussaint, fantastic. I think I made a little error the last time. Peter can't comment on his own songs. He can't leave his self-reviews. So, Greenbeard, you're in this time. Kimbo, then Steve, and then our next guest, who is Phil. You'd like to say something about that as well. So, Kimbo, Steve, and Phil. Well, I'll load up Phil's track.
So it's really funny. Humans like to romanticize everything, and certainly the moon. You know, it's moon is a big pizza pie in the sky. I mean, I don't know. That was somebody back in the Rat Pack, I think. So, you know, but when it comes down to a relationship, the moon's an inanimate object. So you can like say, oh, the moon is helping my romanticism, but it's really not. It's up to us, you know, to keep things rolling. And yeah, sometimes you get one chance and that's it, and then you have regrets the rest of your life. Hopefully, you jump on that chance and keep everything rolling. I really enjoyed the vocals. I mean, it's tough to harmonize. People don't realize how difficult that is. I don't know how many takes it took you, but it's great. I love your new female singer. Sounds great. I mean, really, tell her that for me. All right. So,
well, thank you.
Very clever
Absolutely
lyrics.
amazing. Just before Steve goes, Peter, is that 3 of you or 4 of you singing at the same time?
In the chorus, it's 4. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hats off to you.
Yeah, it's we do have vocal rehearsals as well because we do this live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, this man's fantastic guitarist, and your vocals are absolutely brilliant, Peter. Don't put yourself down. But yeah, the girl just edges you. I'm sorry, man. Steve and then Phil. What's your thoughts here, gents?
Well, like I put in the chat, this is a song that's memorable because I remember it because I've heard it a few times and it's stuck in my head, which is always a good sign for a song. You know, it means it's catchy. It means there's something about it. You know. And it's a really good song, you know, for that reason, and also the moon, you know, as Peter was saying, the moon is really important. The moon controls the tides, but what maybe a lot of people don't know is that the moon was also like really important in astrology. And I've got a book because I write books, right? And it's called Herbs of the Sun, Moon, and Planets. And you'd be maybe thinking, well, you know. How can there be any herbs on the moon? But the thing is that the ancient astrologers and herbalists, they used to think that there were plants that in some way were connected to the moon. And a prime example being the water lily. And why? Because it's round like a full moon. And 2, it grows on water. And as I've just said, the moon controls the tide, so it's linked with water. So that's something else I thought I'd throw in there. So yeah, Peter, a really good song all round.
Thank you, Steve.
Well said. Mr. Phil from the Phirejets, what's your thoughts here, brother?
Hey, you know, I'm with everybody else. Those vocals were absolutely haunting. That was fantastic, and a couple of amazing guitar riffs. But what I liked most about this was the lyrics are a little on the poignant side. It's like, okay, wow, the moon doesn't care, and that kind of hits you. And what I thought was the arrangement and the melody really captured that. I mean, it just, if you're going to sing a song about the moon not giving a, you know what a great way to deliver it. I thought the mood of the song just fit so perfectly with the lyrics, and it hit hard. I thought that was just beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much, Phil.
No.
Well said, Phil. Well said. And just anybody try and stop Peter and Phil becoming best mates for life now after this. Guarantee this. 4 Sun South. Till the next time. Thank you, Peter. Love you to bits, bro.
All right. Thank you.
No, all right. Say it right, bro.
All right. All right.
Best radio voice in the game. From South Africa over to Colorado, represented from Phil. Who are the Phirejets and what's the story behind your song? Walking on the Moon?
We're a fairly new band. I put it together when I wrote a couple of albums. And we're mostly classic classic rock style. Okay, my influences obviously, and you'll hear this, are from the 70s when I grew up listening to music, and I tried to capture that vibe, the vibe of the 70s. We're very multi-genre. We've got some metal, got some hard rock, some blues rock, some country rock, but what we're gonna hear is a power ballad, and this is our kind of our tribute to rockers, to classic rock, mostly of the 70s, but really spanning from the 50s to today. Our lead singer, Erica Brown, is mostly a blues singer, but she loves singing rock, and so you're going to hear Erica putting herself into this. And you might recognize some of the lyrics here. That's the whole point. This song, I'll give you the punchline now. It's the lyrics of 250 rock songs strung together. So I hope you enjoy it.
Hey, it's absolutely amazing. Peter and I were listening to it earlier, like, wow, there's something really special here, you know. And dude, this is the Diverse Show that you're on. We do blues shows, rock shows, we do them in all different genres, but that's for something another day. We can talk about that. The Phirejets with Walking on the Moon, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back and enjoy. One love.
Singing a song for the things we love to do. I can take my love to town, I can dance that old soft shoe. We'll sail on wooden ships and we'll come and sail away. We'll take the long way home where the magic dragons play. We'll see fire on the mountain if I can't find my way home. If we're running on empty and they take my coat of chrome, we'll listen to the music if it's not done too soon. When I'm walking on the dark side of the moon, I am fixing up a hole where the rain is getting in. I'm walking on the water and it might be a sin. I'm under an umbrella when I'm sitting on the dock. I'm smoking in the boys' room when we rock around the clock. I'm buying me a stairway and I'm climbing it to heaven. I need a hero with a jukebox when we play B10+7. I'll meet you in the evening in the merry month of June when I'm walking on the shadows of the moon. Drive down Thunder Road. I can feel the eyes upon me as I'm loosening my load. It's the same old song and dance when we had seasons in the sun. And I'm never going back, cause girlfriend, we were born to run. I really don't know clouds when I chase them from the sky. I can drive down in my Chevy to the levee when it's dry. The cat is in the cradle and it's with a silver spoon when I'm walking on the mountains of the moon. I can't get no satisfaction when I paint my shelter black. My heart of glass might shatter when the chain gang brings me back. I'll cry with or without you, it is more than just a feeling. I'll be riding on my seesaw when I'm dancing on the ceiling. Will you take a chance on me? I think I'll take that bet. I'm the best thing that you ever had, and you ain't seen nothing yet. I'll be your diamond girl, you'll be my rocky raccoon when I'm walking on the craters of the moon. heart, go on, don't break it, or cry tears of a clown. I can catch you a grenade, I can cry on my guitar, I can think out loud, you're perfect, I'll play piano at John's bar. We will rock you on or bite the dust as crowds call out for more. I can run so far or skate away or look out my back door. My rubber band man plays, but he's always out of tune when I'm kicking up the dust up on the moon. Unless you treat me like a lady, I won't come like Mama told me. I'll sit cross-legged out of doors so my radio can roll me. It will take you more than words to put a ring on single ladies, but I hear my train a-coming if you buy me a Mercedes. I won't get fooled again when I hear the same old song. I'll take that midnight train to Georgia if the right one comes along. I'll escape with you at midnight to make love upon the dune when we're lying in the soft light of the moon. But we won't have no child. You can shake me up or turn me loose, or you can drive me wild. I am very superstitious when I'm tearing down the wall. I'll never lose my faith in you, Jim, since we almost had it all. I can ask you to come dancing, we can rock and roll all night. If you still love me tomorrow, we'll make afternoon delight. We can always float away with that 99th balloon, and we'll rise up till we're shooting for the moon. I can't stop until the end of time if you can't feel the pain. And we're running with the devil in the cold, hard purple rain. Kickstart my heart with open arms and come right as you are. So wake me up, it's my life, no surprise, my lucky star. We can dance head over feet with our toes across the floor. Since we belong together, we'll cry more and more and more. If you're gone, you're unforgiven, and you'll make our hero swoon when I'm walking on the bright side of the moon. Now that everybody's talking, can you hear me knock, knock, knocking? Can you hear my fingers popping when I'm leaping and hopping? When I'm walking the line, I'm walking on the moon.
That was absolutely brilliant. It was so clever as well, wasn't it? It's just brilliant, man. Welcome back, Chris Keys. Peter, I don't know if you want to sort Chris Keys takes us out. Just absolutely brilliant. So let's see what Steve, then Peter, then Kimbo has got to say, because Kimbo's also the next guest. So Steve, Peter, and then Kimbo.
Well, I think the first and maybe the most important thing about that one is how clever it is, how clever you put it all together, and that kind of shone, yeah, so amazing work there.
Thank you.
Well said, well said. Peter, are you multitasking? You want to go for Peter, then Kimbo?
Yeah, maybe you should think of putting a list in the comments of inspiration, and then a full listing of all the songs that you reference in this. It was absolutely brilliant, fantastic.
We actually been posting on Facebook one line a week and saying, it's basically playing Name That Tune.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
imagine
right.
imagine you tagged all their Facebook pages underneath it. Even if one or two of them acknowledged it, they would probably help you make the song a success. So that's something you need a promoter for. You're too busy being a musician. Kimbo Whitebeard, what's your thoughts there before we get to your section, brother?
I don't know. It was like a trip through my childhood and teenage years in like 5 minutes. But I really loved how you did that. I recognized all the tunage. I mean, it was super good. And I guess, I don't know. I have to ask Peter if the moon cares about you if you're walking on it. That's a question I have. But it was just great. We talked earlier about I'll be your Tarzan, you'll be my Jane, and you asked her to be your Rocky Raccoon, which I thought was brilliant. I mean, you used everything perfectly well, and it made me smile. I mean, it makes me smile to even think of it. But thanks, man. Good job. The tickle in the ivories was really nice there too. So, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Loved it.
Thanks so much, Kimbo. That means a lot.
Well said, everyone. The three gents there are absolutely brilliant. So thanks for being a marvellous guest, Phil, from the Phirejets. Till the next time, brother, as I know you'll be back. From Colorado over to Florida, Kimbo is one of my co-hosts here. He's got Keltstache music. He promotes artists all day long. That's what the man lives and breathes doing. He's an artist of his own, but he's waiting till he's got all his songs remastered before he features them. So this is the second. We don't know what we're calling it yet. The Kimbo's Corner, whatever it is. One of Kimbo, he's going to introduce who is Bryan Raymond to you, and what do you know about his song Forward? Introduce it as much as you can, Kimbo.
Well, Bryan Raymond, he lives in the town we live in here in DeLand, Florida. A few years back, go back about 5 years, he had a terrible car accident, and he was on the edge of death. It took 3 years for him to actually recover. And those 3 years, he was mostly lying in the bed, doing some physical therapy, things like that, healing up inside, outside. So his album is called Forward, and the song that you're going to play is called Forward also. It's like, what else are you going to do? You can either die or you can move forward. So the music is close to his heart because it's true. Everything he wrote on the album and with this song is all true, and how he feels and how he felt. And he wears his passion on his sleeve when he plays. And I love that. I'm sorry, because that's what music is all about. But yeah, he actually took a tour out west not too long ago. So, we love the guy. We see him quite often, playing live here. But anyway, you're going to play this tune? Or
we're going to play it right now. Bryan Raymond, Forward.
Bryan Raymond, Forward. Yes.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back and enjoy. One love.
Singing sad shit, getting old, bringing up that bitch. No doubt, I must have been bad shit. So glad to be strong, alone, again. What a waste of time and energy. Head up, no more staring at my feet. Oh yeah, nagging misery. No more negativity. Negativity. Don't need no side by side. Move on, the pain of a lifetime. Move on, move on, move on. All that's left is forward, forward, forward. Move on from mistakes of the past. Make amends when it comes to pass. Just learn, just learn, just learn and do better next time. Forward, forward, forward. Don't need no arms to carry me. Don't need no fool to marry me. One day they hands will bury me. I've got all the love I need right here. They say home is where you make it. In your time is how you take it. These two souls I have created. All the reason that I stay here all this time. Time is how you take it. These two souls I have created. All the reason that I stay here. And they're cheated. All I can do with my time is my best. So keep their hearts beating. All this time. These things I tell myself each day to keep from staring the past in the face. Forward, 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 forward.
Right, Raymond. Oh, you're only the second person that's been featured on my show without actually being here. Ryan, Raymond, I'm Top Tap Music Family, maybe. Let's hear what Steve, Peter, then our next guest, Rhonda, has got to say about that song, if that's okay. Steve, Peter, then Rhonda, while I load up Rhonda's song.
That song was a song that got me moving. You know, I was nodding my head here and bopping along with it, you know, although I'm sitting in a chair with a cat on me, as you can see, which is stops me moving as much as I'd like. But that was a song that, you know, got me rocking, shall we say. Yeah.
Well said, Steve. Well said. Mr. Peter?
All right. That bass gives that song so much drive. It's and it's purely the bass that gives that, because I was wondering, and then there's a section where the bass is keeps quiet, and then also the song calms down, and then it comes back, and you have that drive again. Now, and that works absolutely.
Well said, well said, well said. Miss Rhonda, what was your thoughts here, dear?
I really liked the song. It was really like rock and roll, and I really enjoyed it. And I was tapping. It was a toe tapping song for me, for sure.
Yeah, I think we're all doing the same. Kimball, do you want to say anything to your brother before we get on to the next section?
Yeah, thanks, Brian, for letting us do this, because he'll be checking the show out. He works this time of day, so he couldn't be on live, but he said, go ahead, do it. So, just wanted to say that his name is Bryan with a Y, not an I. Yeah, so if you look him up, he's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, but it's BRY. And go to his hot sauce section. He grows his own peppers and makes a wicked good hot sauce. I'll tell you, I buy it all the time, and I use it on everything. I use it on my Wheaties in the morning. That's how good it is. Yeah.
Does he ship international? If he does, Kimball, send me the link. Honestly, fantastic. Bryan Raymond with a Y, Bryan. Kimball, thanks for bringing on Brian's marvelous song there. From Florida over to Canada, a debutant on the show tonight. Rhonda Head, could you introduce yourself? Who are you as an artist, and what's the story behind your song, Waniska?
Hi, I'm from Opaskwayak Cree Nation in northern Manitoba. I'm currently in Banff, Alberta at the Banff Center for the Arts doing a songwriting residency. And the background for my song, Waniska, is that I went on a trip from Winnipeg to Niagara Falls, Canada, and we were on a bus, and there was a whole bunch of us that went on the trip, and there was this young girl that traveled with me, and she grew up in the city. She didn't have the chance to grow up on a reservation like I did, and be involved with ceremony and growing up on a reserve and being an Indigenous person. So she grew up in an urban center. So on the way to Niagara Falls, we stopped in several reservations where they had feasts for us, and they took us to some sacred sites on each reservation. And I took her aside and I asked her, do you understand what's going on? And her eyes, there was a twinkle in her eye and her face lit up, and she said yes. So, and I believed her. Like I could tell she was telling me the truth, and that's where the song Waniska came from. Waniska means to rise up and to awaken, and I sing about how DNA is in our blood and blood memory and how we tap into our past through our ancestors, and that's what the song is about, Waniska.
What a beautiful introduction, and the Indigenous people like from America. It's one of the biggest tragedies ever what happened, and you're a survivor and you're in the lineage. I'm so happy to have you here. Your hats off. Rhonda Head with her wonderful track Waniska. Sit back and enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. One love.
It's in our blood, our DNA. It's on the path from yesterday. Ties to our future ways. Time is now, don't be afraid. No, through our stories and our song, proving that we do belong. Courage and humility show the ancestors were meant to be. Waniska, Waniska, Waniska. Your ancestors would be so proud. They've been waiting for so long. Awaken, awaken. It's light behind those dark brown eyes. There's sun beyond those darkened skies. Fast forward from first to last. You'll find the future in the past. Oh, the scars are gonna heal. Catch this dream and make it real. Waniska,
Nice Rhonda here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely fantastic. As I said in the comments, I loved it. Absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
Steve, you're our next guest, so let's go Kimbo, Peter, then Steve. What you've got to say to Rhonda here while I load up Steve's track?
Well, first of all, I have to say that her vocals were outstanding. I mean, your vocals actually gave me a chill. Okay, doesn't happen often, but it gave me a chill. My daughter-in-law is indigenous from Alaska, so I understand, what you're saying, and it's very important. And also the fact that, you were showing someone else who didn't know much about her heritage, what it was all about. And through the song, I mean, you helped the listener to know also, how important it is, how important the ceremonies are. The fact you started out with a really nice beat, kind of an indigenous sound that drove that home. So, yeah, I think it was fantastic. Like I said, gave me a chill.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Well said, Whitebeard. Well said, Whitebeard. So, Peter, then Greenbeard, what's your thoughts here, gents?
Yeah, of course, I can only agree with Kim. Your voice is absolutely fantastic, and the story that you tell with the song. But it was one thing that also came up to me, and that is the dual layered production. You have that lo-fi sound, and that's the echo of the vocals and the drone going, and then you have the hi-fi in the foreground, and I think that is very clever. Also with that drum beat that just goes on and on. I think those are always important facets. How did you think about your production and your arrangement? And it's very well done.
I had an amazing producer that I worked with from Los Angeles, and he came up with all the arrangements of the song. I did the melody, and he came up with all that arranging, and it just worked perfectly. And I did my own harmonies. I did my own harmonies as well, and my producer also did some harmonies as well.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Well said, Peter. Well said. Honestly, Mr. Greenbeard, Steve Andrews, Bard of Eli. What's your thoughts, sir? Before we get to your section, Good?
My thoughts are echoing basically what Kimbo and Peter said. Because I just thought, the vocals were such beautiful vocals, and the song was such a beautiful song, and so I put that in the chat here. I think I said something about wonderful vocals and a song of great beauty, which it was. So yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well said to the three commentators. Rhonda Head, until the next time, dear. You're absolutely fantastic. Love you to bits. Rhonda Head. So from Canada over to Portugal, Mr. Steve Andrews, aka the Bard of Eli. I say this every second or third time Steve's on a show. Check out Britain's Got Talent, Steve Andrews. You'll see him going on, and Simon Cowan getting all the girls up on stage when he's singing his Stand By Me. This man's, he's not just a pretty face. Steve Andrews, introduce yourself, and what's the story behind your song? Where does all the plastic go?
Well, thank you so much, Sparky. And yeah, it is true. I was on Britain's Got Talent, and Simon Cowell basically freaked out. He couldn't handle me getting all these people up on the stage. But, moving forward in time into the song that we're going to be looking at right now, the song is called Where Does All the Plastic Go? I think the title speaks for itself because we're all very aware of the plastic that is all over the place. And I wrote a book, another book, I write books. There's another book which basically goes with it, in which I tell the story of the song. And it's a protest song about the mess being made of the world with all the plastic. And I believe, protest songs are important. I remember a time when there used to be hit songs, and I think it would be very good if we had protest songs coming back as hit songs again now. Anyways, that's enough, I think, about the song. And Sparky, please take it away. Where does all the plastic go?
You've got it, my brother. And we're trying our best, man. It's one of the most heavily promoted songs in the music family. Where does all the plastic go? By Steve Andrews, the Band of Eli. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen.
Plastic plants, what about real plants? I saw the fake ones at the store. People must want them, people must buy them. I don't want to see anymore. Where does all the plastic go? Into the sea, into the sea. How does it get there? Who threw it away? Was it you or was it me? It's not hunting that'll kill the last whale. Plastic will do it, it's a very sad tale. And all the albatrosses are dying out too. They keep on fishing in the oceans. Plastic stew. Where does all the plastic go? Into the sea, into the sea. How does it get there? Who threw it away? Was it you or was it me? Plastic bag I bought, it very quickly broke. If it ever gets burned, there'll be poisonous smoke. Where does all the plastic go? Into the sea, into the sea. How does it get there? Who threw it away? Was it you or was it me? Plastic kills the turtles and it's eaten by the fish. Plastic's in the food chain and the dinner on your dish. Where does all the plastic go? Into the sea, into the sea. How does it get there? Who threw it away? Was it you or was it me? Was it you or was it me? Was it you or was it me?
Hey, Steve Andrews, ladies and gentlemen, check out everything this man does. There's a great reason why he writes all his songs. And the only thing I'm annoyed with, Steve, it's only 2 minutes, 26 seconds long. What's that all about, bro? I'm only kidding. I'm not upset, but it could be 7 minutes long. We'd sit and listen to it and sing away for just as long as that, you know. So let's go Kimbo, Peter, then our next guest is Jack, and I'll load up Jack's track if you can. Kimbo, Peter, then Jack.
Yeah, this isn't the first time I've heard the song. And I will say that, you know, a lot of other things come to the fore when you hear something more than once, watch it more than once. One thing I appreciated was, you know, getting the plastic on your plate when you're eating. You know, right now there's a problem with microplastics, okay? And you don't see them, but they're there and they go in your system, you know? And I always wondered why I floated better now when I'm older, probably from eating all that plastic, you know, but in the water. But also, I love the line, and I never caught it before. It's, you know, the fish are eating the ocean plastic stew, which explains it perfectly. So, yeah, I catch something every time I listen to something, you know, and it's more than what I first experienced. So I appreciate listening to it more. Great job, my friend, and my Viking brother.
Thank you, thank you, Sparky, and thank you everybody for what you've said in the chat. Yeah, you're right. You know, as I say, the albatrosses keep on fishing in the ocean's plastic stew, and then they feed the plastic they find to their chicks, which is absolutely terrible. So yeah, you know, it goes on and on. And as you also said, Kimbo, about the microplastics, we can't even see them. And they're now all over the planet. They're up the mountains, they're in the air, they're in the sea, they're on land, they're everywhere. And they're in us. So that's how crazy.
Microplastics is, it's almost about 90% female hormone estrogen. which is why there's not so many manly men in the world anymore. And I love gay people. I've got nothing against, but it's really the reason why the world's feminized so much. And I'm not tripping. I can show you evidence on it. Peter, and then Jack. Two more reviews to go. Peter, then Jack. What's your thoughts on Mr. Greenbeard?
Yeah, I think this is one of your most important songs. It's together with Time for Ocean Aid, which covers the same topic. I mean, there is a whole island of rubbish in the ocean, and I'm not talking about Britain here. It's terrible. I've heard this song many times, and I enjoy it every time again.
Thank you so much, Peter. And yes, you know, there's more than one of these islands. They're not exactly like islands you could stand on, but there's like all this accumulation of plastic floating about and all this other rubbish, but mostly plastic. And there are 5 of them, not one. You know, people think it's bad enough with the one, which they call the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, but there are 5 of these huge accumulations of floating plastic out in the oceans. So, yeah.
Can I just put in there? I do think in the last 10 years, you know, there's some companies come out the woodwork who's making biodegradable plastic and all that, Steve. So I think your message has been getting across because you've been singing this for a long time. Let's hear what Jack's got to say before we get to Dead Air section. Jack?
Yeah, I really like the message, and it was a groovy tune, man. I dig it, man. I like the message, and you know the fact that you know what you're saying. You know, it's time for people to speak up, man, and especially musicians. I mean, we are the frequency makers, man. So you know, a lot of people listen to what we have to say, and yeah, it's time to speak up. Kind of like the next song coming up is the same thing, a protest song, you know. So, yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Well said, everyone.
Thank you, Jack. Yeah, I completely agree with you on all of that.
Steve Andrews, he's a little bit, everyone's special in our music family, but Steve just takes the biscuit. Check out his website, steveandrews.info. He's not just an artist, he's a professional writer. He's been doing all sorts of, you know, when Steve Andrews passes on eventually in 30 years' time or something, when he's 100, I'm going to keep his missions alive. Steve, I promise you that right now. Steve Andrews, till the next time, from Portugal. Love you, brother. Love you too, Sparky. You never once said it, you green-haired beep. I'm kidding. From Portugal over to Ohio. Another debutant on the show tonight is Dead Earth, represented from Jack. Jack, introduce yourself and what's the story behind the song? Never Forget.
My name is Jack Savage. I'm the singer in the band Dead Earth, out of Cleveland, Ohio. The song is based around a friend of mine who was incarcerated on and was accused of a crime he didn't commit. And we do have that happen here in America a lot, more so than it should. And you know, after he got out of jail, you know, he had a felony attached to his name, and it destroyed his life. The guy ended up dying real young because, you know, it all played a part. The song talks about that, but it also talks about lifting yourself up, man. And you know, when all hope appears to be gone, that there is hope, man. There's not a problem that you cannot, you know, you can't solve and, you know, lift yourself up from. So never forget is basically saying, you know, never forget where you come from, never forget where you came from, lift yourself up. And, you know, yeah, we still have a lot of things that we need to fix here in America. And that's one of the issues. So that's
what a beautiful reason to write a song. What a wonderful introduction. And it's a freedom of speech world, as far as I'm still aware, what they try to do to Donald Trump. And I'm not on envy's side, but all this setting people up, you know, sometimes the mainstream try to make you think the good guys are the bad guys. That's all I can say. But sit back and enjoy this wonderful track. Jack Savage, what a brilliant name. Your band Dead Earth with Never Forget. Sit back and enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. One love.
I want to walk in a world that's corrupt. Talk to talk of a man who's a Jew. Yeah, tear it down. You under my mind. I feel trapped. No for mankind. I'm losing faith in the justice system. I'm losing time. And try believe me. This is a call for justice. This is a call for change. This is a call for justice. This is a call for change. Never forget where you come from. Never forget the wrongly accused. Never forget the crimes of the innocent. Never forget the streets where you live. Stop and listen, this could be you. Stop and listen and hear the truth. Stop and listen, we're one and the same. Stop and listen and make a change. This is a call for justice. This is a call for change. This is a call for justice. This is a call for change. Never forget where you come from. Never forget the wrongly accused. Never forget the crimes of the innocent. Never forget the streets where you live. Every hour that ticks away, leave the days I can't replace. Every hour that ticks away, leave the days I can't replace. In this cell I slowly rot. Innocent, unchanging. In this cell I slowly rot. Innocent, unchanging. This is a call for justice. This is a call for change. This is a call for justice. This is a call for change. Never forget where you come from. Never forget the wrongly accused. Never forget the crimes of the innocent. Never forget the streets where you live.
Rest in peace to your homeboy, Jack. Honestly, man, absolutely wonderful. So let's hear what Kimbo, Peter, then our next guest, Mindy, Captain Frame has got to say. So Kimbo, Peter, then Mindy, and I'm going to load up Mindy's track.
I'll tell you what, strong and powerful. I mean, the fact that everybody was singing at one time where it needed to be, some of the chorus, just was total power, you know, just banging home, you know, the statement you were making in the lyrics. Never forget. And I'll tell you what, that guitar tone was great. I loved it. So gotta tell you, man, I think it was a great song. I love the message. And your vocals, man, your vocals are, you know, we're gonna just rename you King Vocal, because man, you got a great scream, but it's understandable, you know, it's not as much of a growl as it is just power screaming, but it's great, man. So I appreciate it. I liked it a lot. And you know, I've seen your name around. I've seen Dead Earth around in my perusing through stuff. So, you know, I'm glad to finally meet you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for the kind words, Kimbo.
All right, brother.
Well said, dude. And you know, I've just put the name King in front of your name. I done that. You didn't do it yourself. If you join the music family, we're going to call you King Jack Savage. So that's just a wee incentive there. Peter, and then Mindy, what was your thoughts there?
I enjoyed everything.
Sorry, Mindy. I'll make you the last one because you're up next. It just goes
Okay,
better.
sorry. I couldn't hear.
It's usually ladies first, but in this back to front show, it's men first. The ladies have to wait. So no, Peter and then Mindy. Peter, so more sunshine.
King Jack. Yeah, no, that was full on horns up. Welcome to the mosh pit. With a very strong message, and I absolutely love that. That was proper rock and roll.
Thank you, Peter.
Well
Much
said,
appreciated.
well said, you handsome bugger. Hey, Mindy, darling, what's your thoughts here before we get to your section?
I thought it sounded great. It had a very nice like thrash attitude, kind of reminded me of like Slayer. And it kind of actually reminded me of a lot of the hardcore from back home in New England.
Thank you very much. That's
I
a hell
just
of a
saw
compliment.
I just saw Mr. Robert Castelli having a sip of his wine there, so I just thought I would show him that I'm having a beer. I'm sorry I cut you off. King Jack Savage and his Dead Earth Band. Until the next time, you're absolutely brilliant, dude. Keep being you. Dead Earth, everyone. So we've only got we've got four more songs. So I'm from Ohio to Florida, back to Florida. It's almost a Florida takeover, but it was Texans that done that earlier. So Mindy, introduce yourself. Who's Captive Frame and what's the story behind the song Eye Roller?
I'm Mindy. I'm the singer of Captive Frame. We're out of Tampa, Florida. This song is kind of going to continue in the protest song way of things. I wrote this song when I went through some really bad family trauma when I first got to Florida. And I'm saying I don't care in the chorus, and I'm specifically talking to some family members. But this song is about removing toxicity from your life and just kind of standing up for yourself and saying, I don't care.
Hey, absolutely. Everyone needs to remove toxicity from their life. Negativity is more contagious than positivity. So, I mean, if you hang about with 3 positive people and 1 negative person, it'll overpower it. And you know, without further ado, I'm going to tell everyone about what our partnership is after the track. Captive Frame with Eye Roller, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back and enjoy. One love.
Yeah.
Captain Friend, ladies and gentlemen, aka Mindy Skirtle. She's actually my graphic designer. She's redesigning all the Top Talent Promotions Florida page, Top Talent Promotions Portugal page, South Africa page. Mindy's doing that, and so many other services she's got. So, Mindy, I love you to bits. Let's hear what the pros have got to say. Kimbo, Peter, then our next guest, Walter. Kimbo, Peter, then Walter. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I think it's a great message for everybody, because I think we all go through it at times. Some people more so than others, but when it really hurts is when it's family. That's when it really drives you nuts, because I mean, there's not much you can do. You've been close to these people, but when it comes to toxicity, I mean, you got to get rid of it, because if you don't, I mean, mentally, you're just not going to make it through life. So there comes a point where you say, I'm done, I'm through. And, you know, I caught the whole feel of it because I've been there, believe me. But I think it's very important. I really did like the way you had the echo through your vocals. I think that actually added a lot to it. I like that. You know, there are certain times when things like that are overdone, but I think yours fit perfectly into the song. So, and you're in Tampa.
Thank you. Yeah,
you're in Tampa.
Here in Tampa, hit us up. We're around.
Have you ever played at any of the music fests in DeLand?
Not yet. We've just we're playing the Brass Mug and like Ybor and stuff.
I know that one. Yeah, so DeLand-a-Palooza is in April, and 120 bands on 19 stages. So
wow,
you might want to think about it. And
So,
I'll buy you a beer.
Oh, that sounds great. We'll see. Thank you.
Sort of right, Kimbo. And before you go, Peter, my good friend here, Paul Mash TV, he interviews artists on his own. I'm going to let Paul come in and speak whenever he's free. Paul, if you're here, just come in and introduce yourself. He was in one of the shows before. He's interviewed about 1,500 artists on his own TV show. If not now, at some point over the next couple of songs. Peter, then Walter, what was your thoughts there anyway? And if Mr. Mash wants to come in and introduce yourself or wait till the next song, let's go Paul Mash first. Paul, how are you, dude?
Oh, doing okay. How about yourself?
Oh, it's nice to hear your voice, man. I've been talking to you for a long time now. I don't know how much of that song that you heard, but in the future, I'd like to bring you on to be co-host from the start to review everyone's music. But what did you think of Mindy's song there? Did you hear much of it?
Yeah, I heard most of it. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Hey, I'm going to tell everyone, reach out to Paul Mash, because he's not an extrovert, but he interviews artists more than I do. If it's possible, he does. Paul, love you to bits, man. Let's hear what Peter Toussaint's got to say. Then our next guest, Walter White. 3 more songs to go. Peter, then Walter, and thanks, Paul.
Yeah, an absolute powerful song. It's I don't need this in my life, and that's very important. Also, that overdriven bass is heavier than the sun.
Thanks.
That's absolutely well done. And your haunting vocals over the top of that, it works absolutely brilliant. Very
Thank
well
you.
done.
Well said, Peter, well said. My good Scottish brother, Walter White, Graham.
You're throwing me, call me Walter.
That's your name
yeah,
for it, man.
I know. Yeah, I loved it. I was going to do a relationship song tonight myself. Decided against it at the last moment, but I can totally relate to that thing. Like the powerful bass, like the vocals. It reminded me of Garbage a little bit. Man, Garbage, Shawn Manson. So it's very good,
Spot
very
on.
enjoyable. Yeah, it is. Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well said, Graham. And thanks, Mindy. I just noticed your message on WhatsApp saying that you're in a rush. If you have to leave, I'll be to bits. If not, there's only 3 songs there. So
I could go. I do need to go out and get his prescription, so I would appreciate it. I thank everybody so much for your time.
you'll see on Facebook Live and all the other places we upload the rest of the show. Mindy, Captain Frame. Till the next time. Catch.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Cheers. From Florida over to my homeland, Scotland. I'm down in Cornwall in England now, but it's always great to hear a Scottish accent. Graham
Thanks,
Tucker, aka WWG, Walter White Graham because he's a spitting image of Walter White, and so he's called himself that.
Especially I dyed my beard. I've just dyed my beard even more so.
I wasn't going to say it, but I did. I thought it seems.
Did it especially for you, Sparky? Especially for you.
Who is WWG and what's the story behind your song Roll the Dice?
I'm a singer-songwriter from Glasgow. I write and produce all my own material. I mostly do studio work at the moment because I've been quite unwell. But what I think is really interesting about the platform tonight is we're all singing from the same hymn book, that we've all got something to say about what's happening in the world. This song that I'm doing tonight is called Roll the Dice, and it's about refugees, and it's not sort of jumping on the bandwagon with the boats. This was done a long time before that. It was when people died in the refrigerated lorry. I found it very upsetting, and I created this song for it. So basically what the song is it's got quite a kind of pretty, aimless kind of music to start with, but that's to represent how the refugees would feel. And the song is written from a point of view of the refugees. What makes it really powerful is the song makes the story, but what really makes it powerful is the images that are created with it. Say a lot without it being a negative song and having any negative connotations, but it does end on an up note, like your man about the person who was wrongly convicted. That's the message of my song, is, you know, to lift yourself up, because the last line is, it's not how you fall, it's what you do when you get back up. So that's
absolutely wonderful introduction. Do you know, Graham's one of the most empathetic people you'll ever hear. The man sometimes, I'm not taking the piss out of you, sometimes sheds a tear when he hears songs because he just feels it so much. Yeah. I want to co-host a power ballad show with you, and I'm not kidding, just to actually see what we can do, because this man is emotional.
Floods of tears.
WWG with Roll the Dice. I wrote the whole name down. Roll the Dice. You made me change it at the last minute.
I did make you change it.
Let's go.
We have got 9, and there are 6 square.
We were only children, we came with our dreams. Some of them will falter, fate will intervene. So we searched and found out, at first by chance, where you come from makes a difference. Trying to work out where the living's at. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Working on a future, one that can provide place that we belong in. Someone knows. And then try as we might, and with no end in sight, we'd carry on. And we'd fail. Yeah. But we couldn't give up. We would make our own nut in the back of a truck. We can't go back. We can't return. So we take our chances, roll the dice, look for answers. Eat on good advice. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me where's you living at. And even through all the pain, I know I smile again. Sun comes after rain. This won't be all in vain. It's not how you fall. It's what you do when you get back up. It's not how you fall. It's what you do when you get back up. So get up. Stand up. Get up.
Well, all right, Graham Tucker, WWG, ladies and gentlemen. Just
Thank you.
fantastic, man. Absolutely loved it. I mean, honestly, you care a little bit more than most people. Graham, your television's loud in the background, just so you know. Just so you know.
Aye. You turn it down here.
It's okay. So, Kimbo, Peter, then our next guest, Robert. And if Paul wants to say something as well, Paul's going to be a co-host, but we've only usually got 2 co-hosts. But Paul, you don't really know how it works yet, but we'll have a show once a week ourselves, at least anyway. So Kimbo, Peter, then Paul, then Robert. Well, load up Robert's track, please. Kimbo, then Peter.
Well, an important message. Certainly, there are a lot of sides to everything, but in any kind of a conflagration, which the world is full of right now, the regular folks are the ones that really take the brunt of it all. And, you know, then you've got people, where are they going to go? What are they going to do? What are they going to do?
See me Libya as well. Libya and Israel as well. So happening again.
Well, yeah, it's, you know, and it's gone on for centuries, unfortunately, thousands of years. But I really like the fact that the tempo was slow enough, okay, that the lyrical statement had time to sink in till, you know, you went by that into the next one.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit for people's brains to absorb things sometimes and to really think about it. And you gave that amount of time to be able to digest it and then go on to the next point. So it made sense. So I really appreciated about that song. Good stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well said, dude. And it's a perfect prelude to the 2 jazz tracks that's going to end tonight. So Peter, then Paul, then our next guest, Robert. Peter?
Get up, stand up. Yeah, Graham, love the message. I mean, it's I was you keep on bombing these countries with brown people, and then you're surprised that these people flee their country and want to come to you. It's a very sad situation. It's a bit different from I mean, this morning still I was listening to one of your songs. It's a bit slower, but it's still very recognizable WWG.
Yeah, thank you.
I think it's mostly your vocals, how you place them is absolutely unique, and
Thank you.
and I love that.
Right.
Well said, Peter. Absolutely brilliant, man. Mr. Paul Marsh, what was your thoughts there on Wonderful Graham's track there, man?
Yeah, I really loved this song. It had a really great message to it, and there was a point or two I was going to make on the song. Now I can't remember what it was, but the whole song was really great, though, overall.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
I mean, refugees are. Since World War II in America and in the UK, the Industrial Revolution happened, so everyone's thought that life's been great since World War II. Go and try and live in parts of Russia or China or lots of other parts of the world. It's not been so cool, and it's actually our turn to get it. So we need to open our eyes up. Everybody needs to sing songs like this. And you know something? The mainstream won't give any time of day if you write songs to make anything better. And that's just the truth of it. So that's part of the reason why I live and breathe doing this shit. Sorry for swearing. Robert Castelli, before we get to your section, what was your thoughts here, brother?
No, I liked the sort of dreamy, the groove thing. And then, you know, like one part sticks out and then another part that might not have stuck out. Like those sort of dreamy harmony things, I thought.
Yeah.
It had a nice chill vibe, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
Well said, Robert. Graham, you know, I love you, brother. I would like to co-host a show with you, one of the earlier morning shows, because I know you're always about during the day, you know what I mean?
That's fine. Yeah.
WWG, that's his abbreviation. Till the next time.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. From Scotland over to Barcelona. Return to the show, his third or fourth appearance now for Robert Castelli and the Boom. Introduce yourself, brother, and what's the story behind your song, Your Lucky Number?
Well, I'm from the States originally. I'm from upstate New York, so I see we have two Floridians, Colorado, Ohio, but it just says USA for you, Paul. Where are you?
Yeah, good question, actually. Good question. Unmute
If
yourself,
you don't
Paul.
mind me asking, unless you work for some government agency or something, you know? No.
I actually wrote USA there because I didn't know the exact location. Paul, what's your location, brother?
I'm located in North Alabama.
Alabama, nice one. Sweet home.
We got all kinds
Alabama.
of time zones. So anyway, I'm from upstate New York, Austining, New York, and I've been living in Europe for 20 years. I lived 13 years in Vienna. That's where I started my Boom project, and this music is the last release. And one of the earlier guys said something about like multiple genres, and I don't like consciously do that, but the reviews have said like Afro-Cuban music, West African, jazz rock from the 70s, 80s. And I've played one tune on the show a couple of times, and a few people have been here. So I'm going to change the vibe. Because one, this is the shortest song, because pretty much every other song is 5+ minutes. This one's less than 4 minutes, and it's just like an organ vamp thing, you know. And it's called Your Lucky Number because everyone has their own, but you might see why it's your lucky number, you know. Okay.
That's it, man. My lucky number 7. I was born on the 7th of August at 7:07. I was my grandma's 7th grandchild. Oh, this thing, and you know, some people hate the number 7. Do you know what I mean? So, without further ado, Robert Castelli and Boom, not the Boom. That was an error on my behalf. With a wonderful track, Your Lucky Number. It's the second jazz. It's the second last song.
Really quick, let me just say, when you see views, there's not a lot of views because I just put this on all the streaming platforms because you don't make any money from that. And from traveling and Bandcamp, I've made more than I would make in 200,000 streams. That's why on the YouTube, you're going to see like, I don't know, 50 views because it went up in October. But anyway,
Hey, two of the guests who come on here tonight basically just made their YouTube channels to come on the show for the same reasons, you know. What are views? Do you know? See if you're selling your soul and you're singing about rubbish, your views will go up. See if you're singing anything about trying to save the world or any of that stuff, your views, they won't even show you the views. And see if we're on a show like this and we're recording it, it's not going to put up your YouTube views. So how many people can see your song? You don't know. You know, it's all about spending the sit back, Robert Castelli and Boom with Your Lucky Number. And don't be shy about the YouTube. You're an absolute legend, man. One love. Sit back and enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Castelli and Boom, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic, fantastic. So let's go Kimbo, Peter, then Paul, then our next and final guest, Thomas, Mr. Jazz himself, Anderson. So Kimbo, Peter, Paul, then Thomas, please.
So I closed my eyes and all of a sudden, clubbing in the 70s, you know, got platform shoes and they're white, okay, wide bell bottoms, cool hat, white belt too, you know, go along, got to match the shoes, haze of cigarette smoke and whatever else is being smoked in the club. And, you
Back
know,
in the day, you could do that.
let the crown royal flow. I mean, that's what it felt like to me, you know, closing my eyes, but you hit it good. When you said 70s, it's 70s funk jazz, man. It's great. So kind of takes me back. I'm old enough to be able to be taken back that far.
I'm not trying to consciously do that. And I just want to emphasize, I'm the drummer, but I wrote all the music on the CD. I play the guitar, wrote that from the guitar. So
it told a story for me.
Well, great.
And that's what music's all about. Everybody maybe gets a little different story out of it, you know, but
really great band. Donnie Pettis from Argentina, but he's been here like 30 years. Gilles Stolpe, Swiss French from keyboard. Nina Emilio Martin on bass. He's from the Canary Islands, a young guy. I mean, you heard, you know, they say a band is only as good as the drummer, but if you don't have a good band after the drummer, you still don't have a good band. You know what I mean?
Honestly, well said. And do you know, bring your bandmates on future shows? Do you know, like everyone that's
I'll do that, but why is it called Your Lucky Number? Why? Because it's in 7.
7 over 8.
Yeah, 7 over 4, but whatever.
Well,
well said, well said. Mr. Peter, then Paul, then our final guest, Thomas.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love 7 over 8. I put it in songs, but then usually like 2 bars or 4 bars. You have a whole song, and absolutely loved it. And I must say, you're an excellent drummer.
Thank you.
Your bass player, that was grooving. Yeah, fantastic. I was hopping the whole time.
Well, thanks. People say it grooves, even though it's in 7. You know, that's the thing. It groove. Groove is what it's all about.
Yep.
Who's speaking?
I actually went for a pee during that song, Robert. I could find myself walking upstairs. I was grooving up there. Paul's had to take a call there. TW, what was your thoughts there, man?
Yeah, as the others noticed, great drumming, fantastic drum playing, sort of a blues vibe, and in 7/4, the rhythm 7/4, which is, you didn't hear that in the 70s. Come on, guys. But I'm glad it's so smooth that you didn't notice, you know. It's so that's great, and sort of an extended blues form that you're using. So it's blues and it's instrumental and it's just a nice vibe. So congratulations, nice.
Thanks. Hopefully it says something.
Oh, it most definitely does, man. Robert Castelli and boom. Until the next time, my brother.
Thank you.
So from Barcelona over to the Netherlands, Thomas Winter, aka T.W Anderson. Introduce yourself, dude. And what's the song? What's the story behind your song? TR Oslo. And who's the 3 wonderful musicians who I cannot pronounce their names? I've tried to write them down.
I'm the bass player. I wrote the tune, and during the pandemic, I was looking back at stuff, and I figured this was my dream band when I was about to finish conservatory. So they played at my end exam for the music education, and they were a bit older than me. Not really happening, and I went into the studio and recorded it, and hoped that some record label will be interested. It was early 90s, and it never. And it just ended up in the closet, and I took it out 30 years later. And I put the band together last year, and we played again, and we're going to make a new album. I think the songs deserve to be out there. So it's sort of a historic recording for me. And there will be new stuff with these guys. It's Jasper Blom on tenor saxophone. He's well-known European Dutch saxophone player, very Coltrane inspired. And Björn van den Berg, he was piano teacher teaching harmony at the Conservatory of Amsterdam. And I had listened with him, and he's playing the piano. And Wim Kegel, fantastic drummer, also Dutch. He has a bit of Max Roach in his playing, I think, but also a bit of Elvin Jones, and we all connected well at that time, and we are reconnected. I'm going to do some more, so I'll be back probably in the spring with some newly recorded stuff. But this is a tune that I didn't want to. I didn't want to change it, by playing it 30 years later. So I just brought out the old recording, and it's a round trip to Oslo. TR, it's just we mix up the letters in the Norwegian, so we say trip around, but it's round trip Oslo. And we were touring at the time, and we were going out to Oslo, to my home country, and I brought 3 Dutch guys, totally excited. And I had this tune, it was new at the time, and we recorded it, TR Oslo.
Dude, you've been in the music family for 2 years. I think it's only your second appearance on this show. It's great to have you back. Thomas Winter Anderson, T.W Anderson, and sit back and enjoy a marvellous piece of jazz music here for the final song of the evening. One love, ladies and gentlemen. One love. Absolutely beautiful piece there. And I was trying to type that last bit of message there and multitask. You can see my spelling error there. But honestly, what a wonderful show this has been. What a marvellous piece that was, Thomas. I'm going to let everybody say something, well, everyone that's still here anyway. Let's start off with the fellow jazz funk dude, Robert, then Kimbo, Peter, then Steve. We'll ground everyone here. Robert, then Kimbo.
No, nice. I lived in Vienna for 13 years, so it reminded me very much of these cellar gigs, what they call Keller gigs, where I would have to go home and change my clothes because the cigarette smoke,
Yeah.
But yeah, it had that real black and white, gray weather type of acoustic vibe. I mean that in a positive way, Yeah. So
Thanks.
bravo.
It is acoustic.
Absolutely beautiful, man. Honestly, I'd love to see you live. I'm sure you've got some live performances, but you've not with this band yet. Thomas, just can't wait to see what's next. Kimbo, then Peter.
Yeah, you are right. It is acoustic. That's my son is a jazz pianist, and basically that's what he says. He doesn't want to use any kind of amplification, nothing. He said he wants the music to be pure. So what you said is definitely correct there. I'll say the horn really took it places. I mean, and then it came down and the piano took it places. So real nice job of blending towards the end, I thought. Very comfortable feel about it. I liked it. I loved it.
Thanks.
Well said, dude. Well said. Peter?
Yeah, and then we sit here and we make our rock music and we think we can play. And then the real musicians come. Now, as they say in the Netherlands, geweldig.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, Thomas, maybe didn't know that. Peter's from the Netherlands. He's the fourth son south. He's the fourth son in his family, and he went south from Netherlands to South Africa, and that's why his band's called that. So I hook up. Steve and then Phil. Steve and then Phil.
Well, for a start, I'd just like to kind of comment on what Peter was saying, because certainly, if you asked me to play music like that, I would be lost. I'm a 3-chord merchant on the guitar. And, I have like absolute respect for people that can really play like that. And for me, that's what I would call world-class quality. That's top jazz there. Fantastic job.
Absolutely. And can I just say before Phil jumps in there, Thomas, we've already had our first, and Robert, we've had our first 10-10 Jazz Funk and Soul show. I want you to be my co-host on the next one, both of you actually, Thomas and Robert. We'll get a dozen artists. It's just all from the jazz genre. The first show was absolutely insane, so I'll speak to you about that in private. Phil, then Walter, then King Jack, and final 3 compliments of the evening. Phil, Walter, then King Jack.
I'm not even going to talk about that sax because I'm a keyboard player and I want to talk about those keyboards. Very clear that whoever was behind those keys has incredible talent. And what I loved about it was I'm guessing TW that it's he.
I'm the bass player and I wrote a tune. That's why I brought it in. So
yeah, but the guy, it's a guy on the keys. But I'll tell you
sure.
He's what I love about it is how he kept it understated, and you just get these little tiny hints of, but guess what I'm capable of doing. I mean, and he just really kept it, on the downloads, kind of matched the vibe of the track, and it was absolutely brilliant. Those are just some really well thought out keys, and the writing again is absolutely first class. But clearly the musicians on that really know what they're doing, and it was a pleasure to listen to all of it, just the way it was all put together. So brilliant.
I mean, that's it, Thomas. The first thing is, this is the artist that I could only have dreamt of playing with when he was younger, and then he manages to make his dream happen in a sense. So hats off to you, my brother. Walter, then Jack.
Always lovely to hear real ambient instrument played by real musicians. Just breathtaking. I love Joni Mitchell and so Mingus and things like that. Really up my street.
Yeah.
So that's completely up my street. Love it.
It's part of my riffs. Yeah.
Well said, Graham. Well said. And the final compliment of the evening, and you'll be on the rock show or the metal show. You take your pick. King Jack Savage. What was your thoughts? Final compliment of the evening.
I absolutely loved it, Thomas. You know, Pete kind of touched on it. You know, we make, you know, we're the frequency makers, man. You know, some of us create some really heavy music, but even though a guy like me who loves his music heavy, I still have to have jazz and music like what you make to balance things out. You know, every morning when I wake up, you know, if I'm not working down at a steel mill, you know, me and the wife are drinking coffee and we're listening to jazz and stuff. And I'm glad I heard that, because now I have more music to listen to, and I'm going to play your music. And, you know, I love the sound of jazz. I love the musicianship. The horns just make, you know, the sound so dirty, just gives it a good, you know, a good sound. And, you know, I loved it, Thomas. It's good stuff. And yeah, man, I'm honored to be in the presence of such great musicians today. So that's all I got.
Hey,
Thanks a lot. I was almost going to ask that, because you guys, I heard so much heavy, strong rock tunes, and I thought these guys are making the stadiums, you know.
Hey,
so, well, with a little light. But I was wondering what you were listening to in the morning, if you could turn on these heavy tunes. So that's funny.
Hey,
you took that up.
That's the thing. This is the diverse show. This is how everyone comes together. And anybody who knows music, right, you maybe don't want to listen to a certain genre at a given time. There's a certain time of day for every genre. Do you know what I mean? If you say, I don't like that music, I'll slap you. What are you saying? It's just the wrong time of the day to listen to it, you know. And jazz musicians, probably the most well-paid artists out there. These are the ones getting the jobs in the five-star restaurants, and these are the ones with like college degrees and all the rest of it. And it's an honor to have you here, Thomas. Everybody's fantastic in their own right. Thomas W. Anderson, till the next time.
Thank you.
So we like to end the show with the world peace sign. I just stopped Facebook Live first. Goodbye, Facebook. It doesn't really matter about you. Goodbye. But then we stopped you know, I want to end this song with the world peace. Get your V's in the air, or I'm not stopping the show. Sit here for